So you're thinking of getting involved in living in a van or building a van out to camp in, or maybe an ambulance or a bus, or maybe you want to buy an RV or some type of camping equipment. And you want to know, well, how did this old guy that's doing these videos get into it? Well, this is my story. And my story starts out because when I was young, I enjoyed the outdoors. As I started to grow, my dad also enjoyed the outdoors, and him and I did a lot of exploring with our 1979 Ford Pinto station wagon. And we threw tents in the back of it, we threw coolers and stuff like that, and we went out and we enjoyed. And over the years, we wore tents out, we wore this out, but we enjoyed that vehicle. When I grew up and when I got my own vehicle, I bought a Toyota Tercel, and I used that to get out, did the same thing, threw tents in the back of it and stuff. Over the years, it was great to get out. I then picked up a pickup truck, and I used the back of that for sleeping in. I loved that, but the problem with that was you couldn't really do much in it. It was very tight. And back in those days, there wasn't rooftop tents. There wasn't all this other stuff. So I went from that to actually many years later, I went to a really nice pickup truck with a truck camper on it. I love the truck camper. It was wonderful. It was fabulous. If you're going to go with a truck camper, the only thing I can suggest to you that many people won't tell you is whatever truck you buy, make sure the truck is at least double the size that you need. So if you need a 1/2 ton, buy at least a 3/4 ton. If you need a 3/4 ton, buy at least a 1 ton. Because one thing with a truck camper is it always seems to be heavier than what you expect. And I love my truck camper. It handled well. It got me out. It was great. The issue is that I have a lung disease, and going from the back of the truck down the stairs, around into the truck, back again, all that took a lot out of me. So I thought that I would try something different. So I picked myself up a tent trailer to haul behind the truck camper. I loved that, but it just wasn't good for cold weather. So then I sold the truck and camper and bought myself a really nice Class C motorhome. I loved the Class C motorhome. It was wonderful. It was fabulous. It was excellent. But the problem was it was too wide to enjoy on a lot of the roads like I'm on right now. And I was constantly worried about hitting stuff. And I did repeatedly. I hit trees hanging over the side of the road and stuff. And in southern Alberta, in Canada, a lot of our roads are not that wide. You can't get a Unimog on a lot of our roads. You can't get bigger RVs on a lot of our roads. You're stuck to the main roads. So then I got looking and I found vans. And my dad actually by that time had himself a Volkswagen van. And I took it out a few times to try it, and it was quite enjoyable. I didn't like the pop top on the Volkswagen van because in cold weather you couldn't raise it up, or in southern Alberta winds you couldn't raise it up, but it was great. It had everything in it. So that's what led me to look at a Ford Transit. And so I did a lot of research at different vehicles. I looked at a Sprinter for a while. I looked at the Dodge. Then I went to the Ford Transit. And you know what? I haven't looked back. So what would I suggest for you? If you can, before you do any commitment to buying a vehicle, go out and rent a vehicle, go out and borrow a vehicle, go out and try a vehicle in different weather conditions. It's one thing to be out here on a day like today when there's no wind, when it's beautiful weather, and then you come out in your same vehicle a week later or a month later and it's 20 below and it's windy and cold. And then you realize, well, it's a little small. Then you realize, boy, I wish I had this. So try different vehicles and different weather conditions before you make a decision. Only by doing that will you find the thing that works for you. Now, does my van work for me? Oh, yeah, it works for me. Do I wish that I had more functions and features in it some days? Yeah, I do. But overall, it is wonderful. It is fabulous. And I would recommend it to many people. So until next time, have yourself a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon. Get out and explore nature in whichever way you can. And I'll maybe see you out there. Bye-bye now.